If I were to ask you which Italian yacht builder produces ranges that includes Magellano, Atlantis and Grande yachts, who would I be talking about? I'm talking, of course, about Azimut, one half of the Azimut Benetti group that builds more luxury yachts than any other builder on the planet. Now, at the Cannes Yacht Show last year, they came out with a really exciting new model that I want to tell you about in a few moments. But before I do that, let me just remind you that due to the lockdown in Italy, I'm having to film these videos myself rather than having the normal professional videographer doing it for me. I'll be talking a little bit at the end of this video about the lockdown in Italy and what it means for the yachting industry. But first, let's take a look at the Azimut Grande S10. As the name would suggest, this yacht falls under Azimut's Grande range of yachts, but it is also an S, which is their more sporty line of yachts as compared to the longer range and higher volume Magellano line, or their more traditional flybridge yachts. So why would somebody purchase a Grande S10 rather than another model from Azimut's lineup? Well, first of all, the S range will appeal to yacht owners for whom sleek looks are important. Undoubtedly, if you're spending millions of dollars on a yacht, then looks are important. More for some people than for others, so this yacht will certainly appeal to buyers for whom elegant design is essential. Then, the yacht should perform well, so it should offer a solid engine and propulsion package that offers a respectable top speed. Finally, usually buyers of this kind of yacht will be looking for plenty of deck space, so we would expect to find lots of sunbathing areas and outdoor spaces. How does the Azimut Grande S10 measure up to those parameters? Let's start with the appearance of the yacht, and it has to be said that Azimut have always excelled at building boats with a very distinctive and eye-catching appearance. In the case of the S10, they have connected with one of Italy's greatest designers of this size yacht, Alfredo Mancini. And rather than ask him to produce an evolution of the existing 103S, which by the way you may recall I produced a walkthrough video of, he was given a completely blank canvas to work with. One of the design features that I especially appreciated was what he calls a central vertebrae column that is really the stairway leading to the flybridge area. You can really see the similarity to a vertebrae in this photo, and it's actually a quite unusual feature, with most yachts of this size and type tending to tuck the stairs to the flybridge away to one side, rather than make a feature out of them. Actually, it took me a moment to figure out how that stairwell fits into the layout of the yacht, but this plan of the main deck shows it very well. When you arrive on the aft deck of the yacht via these steps up the transom, you first get to a slightly elevated sunbathing area, and from there you can either take the vertebrae steps up to the flybridge, or you can take a step down to this seating area here that has the stairs passing over the top of it. It's a neat solution that looks really great and probably works very well for users of the yacht. Now, before I go further telling you about the Azimut Grande S10, I wanted to tell you about a fantastic email that I received the other day from a viewer of this channel whose 7-year-old son apparently runs home from school to watch my videos. Shep Stooksbury is an aspiring young yacht designer who recently went to the offices of another designer called Gregory Marshall and told him that he should be watching this YouTube channel too. Shep, you are a superstar, spreading news about my YouTube channel to the far-flung region of Victoria, British Caledonia. Tell your dad Chris to keep in touch as your career as a yacht designer goes ahead. Actually, tell him to put your pocket money up too. The best yacht designers all eat chocolate, and chocolate is expensive. Back to the Azimut Grande S10 though, and let's consider the performance of the yacht. Azimut have used carbon fibre extensively throughout the vessel in order to keep the weight to power ratio optimised, And actually, she reaches the very respectable speed of 35 knots with two MTU engines of 2,600 horsepower each. Two things to keep in mind on that figure. First of all, this is a standard shaft and propeller propulsion package, not water jets or surface drives that may push the speed up, but also drive the price up. And the second thing is that by using strong but light materials like carbon fibre to achieve a better top speed, you also achieve a better range for the vessel too. And now the part I've been most looking forward to telling you about, and that is the deck space. At first glance, it may appear that the Azimut Grande S10 really doesn't offer any more than any other yacht of this size and type. That is to say, it has a very nice forward area with seating, tables and sun pads, a well-proportioned flybridge that is large enough to have some practical use, but small enough not to spoil the aesthetics of the yacht, a 10 square metre foldable platform for the beach club that is also tender storage. And in the aft on the main deck, we have already taken a look at that clever arrangement with sunbathing after the vertebrae column and a cosy seating area forward. Doesn't end there though. Look at this clever idea. A sliding glass door from the seating area opens up to the dining area, and as you can see, the teak from the deck continues into this part of the interior. I say interior, but actually this could also be considered as exterior space, since a second sliding glass panel can be used to close off the interior lounge so that the dining table, seating area and sunbathing area all become part of one huge aft deck. This may be a good time to show that interior plan again so that you can see how that works. I'll be telling you in a moment where you can go to see a complete walkthrough video of the Azimut Grande S10, but before I do that, I wanted to respond to some comments that I often get on videos like this, where viewers will say, yes, the yacht looks beautiful, but how would it perform if I take it out in heavy seas? The truth is that the Azimut Grande S10 probably wouldn't perform that well in very heavy seas. It's a little bit like asking, the Ferrari looks great, but how will it be if I take it off-roading? People who buy an Azimut Grande S10 don't do it because they want to take family and friends out in a storm 10 gale, making them all sick and risking their lives. On occasions like that, you kind of leave the Ferrari in the garage. This is a yacht that you can thoroughly enjoy on a beautiful sunny day when you want to go out and enjoy water sports and dinner. Those are things that you can't do anyway when the weather is very rough. It's just not what the Azimut Grande S10 was built for. And just as a yacht buyer needs to understand what they want from their vessel before they buy it, so too a yacht builder needs to understand what their target audience is before they build a yacht. This is a yacht for people who really appreciate great style, who want a turn of speed, and also want sufficient deck space to be able to really enjoy the sunshine on a beautiful day. With that target audience in mind, Azimut have really nailed this particular product. And if that's what you're looking for, you kind of owe it to yourself to check out the Azimut Grande S10. It was hard to put this video together without at least mentioning the coronavirus, and I kind of struggled with whether I wanted to talk about it in the video or not. The problem now though has become so big that it's just impossible to ignore, and I did feel that it would kind of be remiss of me not to at least talk a little bit about it. For those of my viewers who work for themselves or who have their own business, you just know how bad it is if you break a leg or you're taken by some illness that's temporary but that keeps you off of work for a period of time. It's worrying for your health, but it's also a great concern financially. However, you do know that your leg will get better or you'll get over whatever illness it is. And when that happens, you go back to work and you rebuild. I kind of feel that that's where the yachting industry is right now. The whole world is affected by this pandemic. There's nothing that we can do except for just go on hold, wait for things to improve. And when they do improve, we'll go back to work, we'll rebuild, and the yachting industry will once again spring back to life. If you watch these videos because you have a dream to own a yacht and you're affected by the coronavirus, it may be that it delays you achieving your dream, but it won't stop you altogether from ever getting your dream of owning a yacht. And on that subject, if your dream is to own an Azimut Grande S10 and you want to see a complete walkthrough video of the Grande S10, my friend Aquaholic, you guessed it, he's done just that video, so I'm connecting to it at the end of this video, which is now, by the way.